Hey there, makeup marketers. It's Emily Seagren. Welcome to How to Convert Avon website visitors into online buyers. Instead of reviewing this slide, I'm going to let you read it if you haven't heard my story yet. Instead, I'm going to tell you some good things and bad things that happened to me last week. First of all, thank you all, because I am selling my DVDs and workbook sets from June's trainings like hotcakes. They are just flying out the door, and my husband and I are desperately trying to keep up with the orders. So thank you for that. I wasn't expecting for such a great response. My other good news is that 3 of my team members had new recruits last week. So I have a personal goal to make Gold Leader by conference. My pyramid, if you will, is kind of an upside down triangle instead of one that's bottom heavy. So I have 138 in my first generation, 27 in my second, and 9 people in my third generation. So my goal is to flip that triangle around and help as many team members as I can become leaders. So that's my good news and my goals. Make sure that you always try to focus on the good news and set goals for yourself. The bad news, it's not always rainbows and roses like we try to pretend it is sometimes. Even though it's good to focus on the positive, we all have our bad days, our bad weeks, our bad campaigns. But you got to just keep pushing through. One example, last week I was promoting my training, and an Avon representative said, must be nice, or must be easy since you have a store. She was saying that I have high online sales because I own a store, and the number that I shared were only my online sales and really have nothing to do with the store. So just an example of how people are going to be negative and try to bring you down. You need to just push through and keep up your momentum. I kindly replied to that representative that my online sales had nothing to do with me owning a store. So always try to remain positive, persevere from the negativity. You're going to have to grow a little bit of thick skin to make it and be successful with Avon, because you're always going to have someone out there who's trying to rain on your parade. And I also noticed that as my attitude goes up and down with my business, it reflects on my performance. So it's important for me and you to remain excited about our Avon businesses and pass that on to our team members. So we are on, we only have 1 session left in July, which is how to recruit Avon representatives online. And I have announced the August classes. So they are going to be Monday nights, 5 to 6 Central. I've noticed that we are ending sooner than 6:30 every week. So I decided to make it only an hour long. But if we need to go over for the Q&A session, we will. Like always, you will receive recordings. You'll receive access to the recordings by Wednesday, the week of the training. And I am going to make the July sessions into DVD workbook sets. So our topics for August are marketing the Avon brochure online, marketing your Avon business on Facebook, part 2, and Avon recruiting and leadership tips online. And then the last week in August, I will be in Florida from, let's see, that Saturday to the following Wednesday. So I hope to see some of you and run into a lot of familiar faces at conference. Here is a look at the DVD workbook set that I mentioned. I am only selling the classes from June so far. So if you're interested in that, you can buy the DVDs and workbook. The workbook pretty much just goes over the slides that I cover in each session and allows you to take notes as you're watching the DVDs. All right, our agenda for today. We are going to take a look at traffic versus conversion. We're going to look for positive results. I'm going to cover some quick tips for you, and then we'll get into the demo session where I'll show you the different formats of your eStore address. We'll take a look at some helpful tools on youravon.com. I'll show you some ideas for marketing Avon products online. And then I'm going to go over how to write an effective blog post. All right, so traffic versus conversion. You can see from the chart here that my online visitors significantly has increased over time. But I wanted you to keep in mind that traffic is definitely not the only result that we want to track for increases. Just an example, today I've only had 50 visitors on my eStore, which isn't very many for me, but I do have 6 online orders in my web office. So it's not always about quantity. You want to bring loyal customers back and back again to your website. And I'm guessing that I had 6 online orders either from the automated email program, because an email did go out this morning promoting free shipping on a $25 order, or I think a couple of them, because the names looked familiar, may have just received one of my catalogs in the mail, and it reminded them to place an order with me. So again, go for quality and not always quantity. A way to look at your results in a positive light, celebrate any increases in traffic or activity, building a strong online presence takes time, so try not to let yourself get frustrated. I have been working at my online business for 6 years pretty consistently, so it does take time, but it's now just feeling like things are really getting much easier to see results. So keep doing your hard work. It will pay off eventually. Don't give up. Be patient and continue to improve your online marketing skills. As long as your sales are increasing, give yourself a pat on the back. Days where I'm having a bad day or feeling discouraged, I try to look back like a year and see where I was last year at this time. And usually it shows that I have grown, or our team sales have grown. Makes me feel a little better, like my activities are paying off. Remember to pay attention to the important numbers. So like I mentioned in that last graph, look at sales and online signups for recruits before you look at traffic, because obviously the way you're going to make money is through the online sales and getting new team members. Monitor your results for any new marketing activities, especially if you're paying for them. So if you're online and you're trying something new out, make sure you keep track of your website traffic and your online sales during that time period, so you can decide whether the activity was worth it or not. All right, quick tip number 1, use the right website address. So my rule of thumb is always to use the www.youravon.com/eSeagren when it's on paper. It is easier to remember, and it's a shorter website address. So always use it on paper. If you're printing something out, or you're putting it on your catalog, or making up a flyer, use that format. If you are posting a link online that you want to be clickable through to your website, I would use this second format I have listed here. And I know it looks long and difficult to type in, but over time you'll just your fingers will type it out in no time. Mine are so used to it. So the reason I say that is because the top website address is just a redirect, meaning when you type in your avon.com/eSeagren, it just forwards them on to that static website address, eSeagren.avonrepresentative.com. So we always want to use the static website address when we're posting it online so that it is linking to our real eStore address. And did you know that everyone has an opportunity page? Even if you have not signed up your first team member yet, you have a landing page that you can send potential team members to. If it's someone that's just asking for information about Avon or would like to research the opportunity, you can give them this website address to take a look at. eSeagren.avonrepresentative.com/opportunity. Someone who is ready to sign up, they're in a hurry, they can't wait to start their Avon business, you can add a /start to that website address, and it will it used to pre-fill the reference code form. But now it's just embedded into the link. So when you use this format, it will ensure that your visitor is signing up directly with you. It eliminates people making typos or forgetting what your reference code was. It is something that's better for us in the long run. So that should be used anywhere where you're trying to get online signups. Quick tip number 2. Now I know I've covered this in multiple training classes, but I hope that you have these 2 widgets up on your personal eStore, and if you don't, write a little note and go do that after this class because it's really important. It's the only 2 widgets that actually will collect information from your visitors. So someone can click on here and sign up to get my email newsletter. All they have to fill in is their first name, last name, and their email address, and they will start getting communications from me. Believe in your business. If someone's interested in selling Avon, I list it here how they can sign up, and they can click right on this widget and it will take them to that opportunity page that we just discussed. Quick tip number 3, using Avon survey cards. So whether you are doing an event or just collecting orders from your customers, it's important to have the correct contact information on file for your customers and your prospective customers and team members. Now, I learned this the hard way. For the longest time, when I had the store at a local mall, my husband kept telling me that I should be collecting my customer information, and I kept saying, I know, but I never did anything about it. About a year after we had opened the first location, the mall told me I needed to move spots. So even though we just moved down the hallway, I feel we lost a lot of customers and kind of had to start from scratch. If I would have collected their email addresses or their addresses, I could have sent out some sort of communication notifying them that we were moving spots just within the same mall. So you can use these survey cards as a way to collect information. And I like to give away a bundle once a month, so you might want to consider doing something like that. Let your customers know for each one that fills out a survey card, they'll be entered into a drawing to win free Avon products. Some good examples are naturals bundles, Skin So Soft bundles. Maybe you want to give away a new product that's coming out. But always make sure that you're collecting contact information from your customers, and this is especially good to do at events. You can always follow up with them by adding their or their email address to your web office book, or you can do a catalog mailing and send them a brochure. You may want to, when they do fill it out, you could ask them, are you interested in receiving a brochure by mail or getting our online special offers through email? Make sure you make it enticing and let them know what they'll get in return if they give you their information. Okay, quick tip number 4 is to promote Avon offers. So there's 4 things that customers get real excited about, and that is new campaign, new products, great sales, and promotional offers. Those are usually ones that are online only. So always focus on one of those areas to draw in customers and online shoppers. Use the promotional offers to attract them to you. That way you'll be providing them with a valuable service that maybe their last Avon rep didn't do for them. And then create a sense of urgency and make visitors feel like they're being specially treated. So when you do a social media update, you can say, get a sneak peek, lowest price ever, deal of the day, last chance. So those are both ways of trying to create a sense of urgency to buy. Some other hot words you can use are coupon, deal, sale, discount, free, code, clearance, and outlet. For the sense of urgency, you may want to say now, today, expires, hurry, limited time only, or while supplies last. And make sure you use those appropriately. All right. Quick tip number 5, use popular products as bait. So know your products and focus on the ones that are hot sellers. I just listed here some of my top sellers in the store in the different categories for makeup, skincare, fragrance, bath and body, and then specialty items. You can highlight a popular product that's on sale in a blog post and share that on social media on your favorite sites. Mine are Facebook, Pinterest, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Google+. Take advantage of the catalog. Always include your website address on all communications. Remember to use the format www.youravon.com/eSeagren on paper and the other format electronically. Try a catalog mailing to potential customers with a coupon code to shop online. Remember, you want to always be offering your customers something so that they feel like you're providing a value to them. Make your contacts feel special to receive a catalog. So when I do a mailing from Campaign Mailer, I say, thank you for your order. Here's a code to receive 20% off your $50 online order. And then I'll include my website address at the bottom. So when they receive that, they can feel like they're getting another deal, and they'll want to hopefully go and place another order. You can also come up with creative offers to get your first order. So maybe you want to give first-time customers 20% off if they spend $20 or more. That way you're getting new customers, and then you can keep them coming back by doing catalog mailings and promoting your website to them. Quick tip 7, successful online marketing tips. Make your images clickable. Point all marketing posts to your eStore. So your goal when you're posting a blog or doing an update on social media is to get the customer to click through to your website and start shopping. Put call to action in all of your marketing communications. So tell them what you want them to do, whether it's shop now, sign up on your team now, buy online. sign up today. Use action words to get them to want to take action. And then encourage subscriptions. So if you provide that valuable info like we talked about, you want to hook them in so they're receiving consistent communication from you. So you can do that by telling them to find you on Facebook, follow you on Twitter, subscribe to your blog. You want some sort of subscription so that they receive your communications. Quick tip number 8 is to make sure that you're using the correct linking. Use the social media share buttons on product pages. That will ensure to take customers directly to your website. Use clickable links with calls to action in blog posts. Make it easy for your shopper. There are 3 different ways your customer can shop on your website. Can anyone name those 3 for me? So good job if you got it. If you don't, I'll show you what it is when we do the demo portion. Make sure if you're doing a blog post about a specific product that when they click through, they can go straight to that product on your website. And then always include dates and coupon codes. For Pinterest, it's important to include prices. I would always include the regular price and say something like, see if it's on sale at, and then list my website address. Use the Avon eStore as a place to find ideas for your content. So a lot of times if I'm going to do a customer blog post or I want to update on social media, I'll take a look at my eStore and see what's on sale, what's new, what Avon is promoting, because those are things that I want to promote as well. And then, of course, to share from the social media center. There's always those 5 steps you can take for a campaign, and then at the bottom they always update the featured posts and videos, so make sure you're sharing those as well. Well, that concludes our first section, and I will talk to you in part 2. Hey makeup marketers, it's Emily Seagren. This is the second section of how to convert your Avon website visitors into online buyers. I'm going to show you the different formats of URLs we talked about in the presentation section. Here is youravon.com/eSeagren. So you'll see when I hit enter here that it will actually direct me to a different website address. So I'm going to hit enter, and it forwards to this format. So this is my actual permanent website address. So again, whenever I'm writing my website address on paper, for example, business cards, brochures, any marketing materials you use, you want to put the youravon.com/eSeagren, because that's going to be the easiest for people to type in and the easiest for them to remember. When you are posting your link online, you want to use this permanent link, because this is your actual website address. And it will help you in the search engines when you have links coming in to your eStore. So if you want to be sure that you're sharing the correct link, no typos or anything, you can copy it by highlighting the whole thing with your mouse, right-clicking and selecting copy. Then if you were going into your post or wherever you wanted to add that address, you would right-click and select the paste button. Okay, so that is your lesson on those 2 formats. Now let's take a look at the opportunity page. And even though those that have not started leadership, I don't believe have this opportunity up here until you have your first recruit. But a little trick that I learned is that everyone has an opportunity page. So you should be able to find yours by putting a / and then opportunity after your website address. So it's a great place to send people that are exploring the Avon opportunity and they might want to sign up on your team. There's a video here, and then if they click on this Get Started Now, it actually takes them to the appointment where they would sign up to be on your team. And you can see that my reference code is now embedded into the URL. There is no place for them to enter a reference code anymore, which eliminates the chance of typos or forgetting your reference code. So it's actually an improvement for us. Now, if I was telling someone that was already ready to sign up, they didn't care about researching anymore, they want to start their Avon business, I would include the /start so that it takes them directly to the appointment page. Again, you'll see my reference code up at the top here, and there is nowhere to add in a reference code. All right, well, that is an overview of those different website address formats, and I will talk to you in section 3. Thank you. Hey, makeup marketers, it's Emily Seagren. This is section 3 on how to convert your Avon website visitors into buyers. So we're going to take a look at youravon.com and some of the helpful tools you can use in there. We want to go to our web office. And I've covered this in various trainings, but there's a couple widgets that you for sure want to have on your front page. If you go to Edit eStore, you'll see that I have this Believe in Your Business and the e-newsletter widget up here. So someone can click on this, input their first and last name and email address, and because I have the automated email program turned on, they will start receiving communications from me. The Believe in Your Business, they click on and it takes them to the appointment page. So that is a great way to get new team members to sign up, because if you bring in a lead to your eStore, they click on this, fill out their information. Even if they don't complete the appointment, you'll receive an email notification that you have a new lead so that you can follow up with them, answer any questions that they might have, and hopefully sign them up as a new representative. I also really like this widget here. It gives them the 3 different ways to shop, which are also very good action items. Shop my store, shop my brochure. They can even use the quick item entry to back order 2 campaigns and input the 6-digit product numbers. So to change those widgets, we want to click on the Edit button here. You can scroll to the right and left to see your different options. Select the widget that you want to show up, and then click on it again. And that will change what appears on your screen. So I'm going to put it back to this one because it's I like that widget a lot. And I definitely recommend you have Believe in Your Business and the e-newsletter widgets displayed. Now you also want to provide valuable information in this small space right here. You can see I only have about 3 sentences, but I say a lot in those 3 sentences. I give them the dates that they can shop campaign 16 sales. I give them a coupon code so they can save 20% on their $60 order, and I tell them how they can sign up on my team. And if they visit this from the internet, all of these areas that are highlighted in pink are actually links. So I will show you, if you edit here, I will show you how you would add a link. I'm clicking on the left side of my mouse and dragging it across the words. And anytime you add in a link, there's usually a little image icon here that looks like a link itself. So I would click on that, and then I would lead them to my opportunity page. We select OK, and then save. So now that's a link as well. You want to make sure that you do not put a lot of text in this box. For some reason there is an error. It'll come up with a read more option, but when your customers click on that, it gives them an error. So it's best for now, until Avon fixes it, that you put a short enough description to fit right in the window. You don't want that read more option to pop up. All right, so let's go back to our web office. And we all know in campaign 20, we have the new power serum coming. And you may want to spend a little extra money marketing that new product launch. We're getting closer to the holiday season. Campaign 20 is usually pretty good. We're building that momentum with sales. So you may want to do something extra special for the launch of the new power serum. So I can go under customer management here and search customer history. And if I type in a keyword, say for a product, I can pull up all of my customers who have purchased a new. And I can go back 18 and even 27 campaigns. So maybe I want to include them all on a brochure mailing, telling them about the new power serum and giving them a coupon code to shop on my website. You always want to be providing value to your customer so that it gives them a reason to shop with you and have you as their Avon representative. Now if we go into eStore and edit eStore, I'm sorry, I was going to go to the personalization tool here. Under eStore, personalization tool, customer preferences, this is where you turn on your automated email program. So make sure you have the campaign emails and promotional emails checked right here. Representative and direct delivery means that you're giving your online customers the option for you to place the order and deliver it to them and collect payment. Direct delivery means the whole transaction goes through Avon and you'll receive a credit on your account for the commission. So I hope you learned some valuable information in this section, and I will talk to you in session 4. Hey makeup marketers, this is section 4 on how to convert Avon website visitors into online buyers. So your eStore can actually be very helpful in helping you decide what you want to promote. Like I mentioned, there are 3 different ways that your customer can shop. So they can, I'm going to open this in a new tab so you can see them all. They can shop your store. So that just takes them into the main shopping page. They can shop your online brochure. So we have, we click on there and they can browse the brochure and actually add products to their cart right from the online brochure. And then we have the quick item entry. So if you have a customer that will only buy something when it's on sale, you can tell them about this option because they can go back 2 campaigns, enter a product number just like we can in our YourAvon.com order carts. So those 3 options can be really helpful calls to action when you're trying to get someone to shop on your website. We're going to go into the eStore. And I am going to take a look at the sales. So here's 2 places where you can find a lot of helpful information and find some content for your posts. New and now, and then also your sale items. Those are both going to be really popular with your customers. So let's take a look at what's on sale for makeup. And we have a special offer up at the top here. So you may want to create a post saying summer nail polish sale, any 3 for $8.99 on select products. You could use that and create a link that goes directly to the nail polish. I'm going to take a look at the Magic's Face Perfector here. And I can share it, say, to Facebook one of two ways. First, you can share it by using the Facebook share option. And you would, I'm going to put that onto one of my pages. Okay, so let's just go here. That's where I post to my customers. And let's say Magic's Face Perfector on sale in campaign 16 for $6.99. So make sure when you're putting sale prices online that you put a certain time frame so that they don't get mad that they can't still get that deal. So then I would put my web address and maybe add a couple of hashtags. Okay, so then we share the link, and it posted to our Facebook page. Now another way that I want to show you, which is almost a little better because it takes them directly to the page of Magic's. I click on the Twitter button here, and I'm going to drag and select this text where my shortened link is. I'm going to right click on top of it and select copy. Then I'm going to go into my Facebook page. So I want to make sure that I am using Facebook as my Avon Store Perryville page. And I come into the status update box, and I click in there and right click and select paste. So that's going to put that shortened URL in there where they can click directly through to the Magic's Face Perfector on your website. With the other option, we are just leading them to the home page of our eStore, where this is going to be more specific and take them right to the Magic's Face Perfector. So if we click there, opens in a new window, and we see my rep ID is up here, so it's definitely taking them to my personal eStore. And there's the Magic's Face Perfector. So the easier you make it for your shoppers to buy, the more likely they are to make the purchase. So if someone is searching for Magic's Face Perfector on sale, and your link comes up on Google from this post on your Facebook page, it's going to only take them one click to get to that product. So the less they have to click and the less time they have to hunt around, the more likely they are going to make that purchase. All right, so then I also use that Twitter shortcut in my blog post. So let me close out of some of these windows here, and I am going to take you into the back end of my blog. All right, so this is my blog here, and I am going to show you the posts that we're going to take a look at from the front end of the website. And I just created a post about the Alpha Cologne, so I'm going to show you that one. Okay, and I will show you how you can save this picture and add in a hyperlink so that it's a clickable image. And you can also highlight keywords and take them directly to that product as well. So let's go into Edit Post, and I'll show you how I created this in the first place. I'm going to go to my eStore and do a search for Alpha Cologne. And that's another neat thing about the search box up here. You can type in an ingredient or a problem, say a dark eye circles. You can put a problem in there, and it will bring up different products that address those issues. So if you're looking for a certain product, ingredient like vitamin E or something like that, you can even type in vitamin E here and it would pull up the products that have that in it. Okay, so we click on the Avon Alpha Cologne. I'm going to click on the image and right click to save the image. And I want to say save image as, so I can pick on my computer where I want it to go. I'm just going to put it on the desktop for now, but you may want to create a separate folder that has all of your products in it. So let's go ahead and save it as Avon Alpha Cologne and click Save. Okay, so now we have that image on our computer. So we exit out of there, and we're going to upload that image into our blog post. So I'm going to get rid of this so we can do it again. And I'm going to select Add Media. You may have something that says Add Image or Upload Image. The blog is going to vary depending on which service you use, but here we have our Avon Alpha Cologne. Make sure you use good descriptions so that if someone's doing a search in images, your pictures may come up. We're going to select Insert into Post, and that's a little big, so I'm going to make it a little bit of a smaller image. Whenever you're editing an image size, make sure you choose these corner squares to keep it proportional. If I were to choose this one or this one, it would distort my image. So you always want to use a corner to adjust the image size. Okay, and then to make it a clickable link, we go back to our Alpha on our eStore. I open up this Twitter icon, and I see a shortened URL there. So I highlight it with my mouse, and I right-click on top of it and select Copy. Then I come back over to my blog post, and I make sure the image is chosen, and then click on the Insert Link, and I right-click and select Paste. And then I do want it to open in a new window so that if they decide they don't want that Alpha Cologne, they are still on my blog and continue browsing my blog even though they didn't make a purchase. So then I click Update, and that gave my image a clickable link. You can also do that with words. So if I highlighted Avon Alpha Cologne and selected Insert Link, and I right-clicked and selected Paste, that would also put that shortcut there. So let's update, and then we want to update the blog post to save our changes, and then we will look at the blog post as a website visitor would. Okay, so here we have the image, and it is clickable. We see our rep ID up here, and so we know it went directly to our eStore to the Alpha product. Here's the link that we created on the words. We have our rep ID over here, and it takes them the same place. So make sure when you create blog posts and do social media posts that you test your own work to make sure you've created all correctly. You'll see down at the bottom here, I give them plenty of calls to action, such as click here to check for updated Alpha reviews. Click here to see if it's on sale. Buy it online now. If they don't want the Alpha, they can browse the current Avon campaign catalog online. So I gave them plenty of opportunities to research more about Alpha Cologne. I made it simple for them to click through to my eStore to purchase it. And I also gave them another suggestion on what they can do next if they don't want to buy the cologne. Now I'm going to show you how you can make a link so that it goes directly to your online catalog. So let's just edit this post one more time. I'm going to go back to my eStore, and I want to go back all the way back to the home page. So I'm going to say visit my website. And I'm going to use this little box to give me the link to my online brochure. So I hover my mouse over the option for Shop My Brochure and right-click, and then I select Copy Link Address. Right, so then when I go back to the bottom where it says click the current Avon campaign, I highlight all those words and I select Insert Link. And I right-click in that box and select Paste. Now I usually get rid of all the extra stuff after my account number because that is not needed. So I click Update. And again, let's take a look at what the customers would see, what the website visitors would see on the front end of the website. So let's view the post. We go all the way to the bottom and click here to browse the current Avon campaign catalog. And there we are at the current campaign. My rep ID is up here, so we're safe that it went to our eStore. And that is all. So I hope you found this section helpful, and I will talk to you in session 5. Hey makeup marketers, this is the 5th and last section of how to convert Avon website visitors into online buyers. So we've covered that we really want to highlight sales, new products, campaign dates so that they feel a sense of urgency, and different promotional offers that Avon gives out to customers to get people into our website. We want our browsers to feel like they are getting value from us, so we want to provide them with information that's going to save them money and highlight those great sales that Avon puts out there. So let's take a look at one of my blog posts. My campaign blog posts are the most popular. So let's take a look at the Avon brochure. And you can do all kinds of different posts with a campaign. You could highlight the different makeup sales or skincare sales. You could do your own favorite sales or favorite products from the book. There's all kinds of different things you can do to market the brochure online. So let's take a look. First, I'm going to show you Avon Campaign 17. So when I first create a post about a campaign, you'll see I created this almost a month ago, and we aren't even in Campaign 17 yet. I do that so that it has time to get listed in the search engines and hopefully gain some popularity before my website actually switches over to Campaign 17. So you can see anytime I have a link, let me click on the picture here, it's taking them to a generic catalog. This way they can browse the online catalog, but they can't shop it yet because my website is not on Campaign 17 yet. But it gives them a preview of the special sales for the book, the new products coming out. It gives them a look at what they're going to be able to purchase when it turns over to Campaign 17. So I'll show you now. So when I first post a campaign blog, I will include the generic link to the different brochures. So as soon as it's published, you can usually find it online. So I know, like right now, all the way through, oh, it must be all the way through 19. There we go. All the way through 19 is online already. So you can make a blog post even about upcoming Campaign 19 sales. What I do when my website switches over to the new campaign is I take the link and make sure that it's linked to my online brochure on my eStore. That way I'm not just providing them with the brochure to browse through, they can actually shop through it on my website. So I click on the picture of the brochure there, and it takes them to the online brochure on my eStore. So let's take a look at how I get that link. I'm going to go ahead and edit this post. Okay, and I'm going to go back to the home page of my eStore. And then I go to this Shop My Brochure, just like we did when we linked the call to action. I right-click and select Copy Link Address. So now I select my image. I click on Insert Link. I right-click and select Paste. So then I get rid of everything after my rep ID, and I select Update. So every time that the campaign switches over, I go to that particular post and make sure that they're going to my live version of the brochure, because I want them to be connected with me so that when they make the purchase, I'm the one that receives the credit. And you'll also see at the bottom of all of my blog posts, not only do I offer them different links so that they don't leave my blog, I have how they can connect with me on social media. So make sure when you're reaching out to online visitors that they have a way to connect with you. I always put this on the bottom of every blog post, and then on any social media site that lets me list links, I include all my links to social media. So you want people to somehow subscribe to you so that if they're not ready to buy or sign up yet, that when they are, they'll come to you. Okay, so just to close it out, I do have the August training sessions posted. It's $10 for all three or $5 a piece. I thank you all very much, and I hope you have a wonderful year with Avon.